Poetry in motion, Sunday poetry in motion. Poetry in motion, Sunday poetry in motion. Poetry in motion, Sunday poetry in motion. Poetry in motion, Sunday poetry in motion.
Hello again and welcome to Poetry in Motion Sunday. I'm Craig Lewis and you're watching episode 42. And starting with my first poem, this one's called Until One Breathes the Last of Breath. Dear tree outside my window, shedding leaves come autumn fall. You stand your ground each time the wind blows, to this day you still stand tall. Your character does teach me when plights in life do show. To fight though it's not easy, during the outcome I will grow. Just like the leaves you bear, so each time one needs a boost, my eyes meet you to stare. One finds this practice has much use, like saving for a rainy day, knowing that each plight that comes never truly came to stay. After rain must come the sun, at times a rainbow shows. Your characters taught me to bear the pain that came with lows. The voiceless wisdom that you share has made one see the light. Hence when the tough gets going, one must never flee a fight. Hence to you I write this poem as a mark of my respect. One now knows to analyze this life in larger depth. There is always hope until one breathes the last of breath. Moving on to my second poem, this one's called What's Accepted Over Here is Frowned On Over There. Heavy words were uttered by her father on that night. The thoughts he harbored deep inside heaved out his mouth and came to light. Like sinful acts turned into secrets done out of sight of the victim who one day will discover. The daughter pierced the rubber during a night of passion with a lover not of her race. Now the reactions of a chauvinistic dad she must embrace. He's sour-faced and spewing out profanities, but Mary couldn't help it. Dark-skinned men were amid her fantasies. On her he bids to wash his hands and cast her out the family. And this was the reality of England in the 60s. Interbreeding was the reason race hate receiving was proceeding fast. A white woman dating a black man would be perceived as trash. Now the year's approaching 2024, where Mary in this story symbolizes plenty more. And due to time evolving, such plight one does not endure. Yet there's places in the US where the topic is very sore. What's accepted over here is frowned on over there. When the public witness meets couples holding hands they're known to stare. There's people in this world that like to think they own the air. And moving on to my third and final poem, this one's called Until They Find a Cure. The thing about sickness, it has no shame. It turns up uninvited to drag one in claim. And like a 3-hour journey forced to stand by a train, it can be tedious. Need we discuss its time to rest? Reluctant to, one feels it best if one's a workaholic. Waking up to work each day, they leave the house so frolic. Like kids that play when time is spring. And like a vow when a man slides the ring on the finger of his bride. And the vicar says in sickness and in health you will abide. Like it was the Tour de France, you've signed up for the ride. If sickness come through too severe, it's no much to divide. Some men will hold their pride and seek no help from doctors, like they had no trust in them, as if they were imposters, on high commissions for prescriptions, eating steaks and lobsters. Letter C is the monster when it rears its ugly head, piercing like a bullet from a gun to claim the dead. Like times of war, the tales will not decrease until the time they find a cure. And there you have it, your poetry fix from me this week. I hope you enjoyed. Until next week, short and sweet. Take care.
Poetry in motion, Sunday poetry in motion. Poetry in motion, Sunday poetry in motion. Poetry in motion, Sunday.